Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to Top 5 Daily. Today we'll be counting down the top 5 worst space program disasters which took the lives of many unfortunate victims. If you guys have a different list, be sure to leave it down in the comments below. But with that said guys, let's try and reach 1 like on the video. And if you can reach that, that'll be actually amazing. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 5. X-15 Flight 36597. On November 15th, 1967, Michael J. Adams, which was the pilot of the plane, died during a test flight of the X-15 experimental aircraft. During the climb, an electrical disturbance had caused the plane to become extremely difficult to control and then resulting into an uncontrolled spin. However, he did recover from it and then went into an inverted dive. But when the X-15 descended into the thicker atmosphere, the control system of the plane started to cause the plane to start wobbling and uncontrollably causing the plane to impact the desert, in result killing him. And the wreckage of the plane was later discovered near the northwest of Quebec later, and Adams would be rewarded with the astronaut's wings. Number 4. Apollo 1. So Apollo 1 was the first manned mission of the Apollo program, which would later result in the deaths of 3 men: Roger Chaffee, Ed White, and Gus Grissom. On January 27, 1967, a launch simulation was planned in order to test the spacecraft's functions in practice whilst on simulated internal power whilst being detached from all of its cables. This would later determine whether it would meet the standards in order for its launch date on February 21st. At 6:30 p.m, all men were using their time to go through the checklists until they realized there was an increase in voltage, and around 9 seconds later, one astronaut yelled out "fire," followed by somebody else saying, "We've got a fire in the cockpit." The crew members were desperately trying to escape whilst they were exposed to intense heat and dense smoke. It took around 5 minutes for the ground workers to open up the hatches, and when the smoke cleared up, it would later reveal the remains of the 3 astronauts. So unfortunately, they all died to severe 3rd-degree burns, and it was later discovered that the cause of the accident was due to an ignition source that may have been related to vulnerable wiring carrying the spacecraft's power. Number 3. Soyuz 11. The Soviets had launched the world's first space station, which was called the Salyut 1, on the 19th of April 1971, and the Russians had the idea of being able to dock with the space station, so they designed a spacecraft called the Soyuz 10. However, it was unsuccessful in docking with the space station, so there was plans to make and launch the Soyuz 11 on June 7, 1971. The mission had no problems and was actually successful in docking with the Salyut 1, and after staying in the Salyut 1 for quite a while, the crew were ready to return to Earth after staying on board the Salyut 1. But upon re-entry, Mission Control did not hear from the capsule, and when the capsule landed on Earth, they sent out a recovery team to recruit the crew members. However, the recovery team would later realize what happened upon opening the capsule. The 3 crewmen were found dead after they suffocated due to the capsule depressurizing during preparations for re-entry. The crew members of the Soyuz 11 are the only humans to ever have died in space. Number 2. Space Shuttle Columbia. On February 1, 2003, the space shuttle that was known as Columbia was destroyed as it was re-entering the Earth's atmosphere, killing all 7 crew members. And just take a look at this video.
7 minutes ago, NASA has scrambled rescue units now to search for the lost shuttle. Once again, NASA scrambling the rescue units to search for that lost shuttle. They are trying to bring in rescue teams into the Dallas area, but you heard Mission Control say as well that any kind of debris that comes down to Earth as a result of what appears to be the breaking apart of the Space Shuttle Columbia could be hazardous as well. These pictures are simply chilling.
Number 1. Space Shuttle Challenger. The Space Shuttle Challenger disaster occurred on January 28, 1986, when the Space Shuttle had broken apart only 73 damn seconds into its flight, which led to the deaths of all 7 crew members that were on board. And to this day, the Space Shuttle Challenger remains to be one of the worst space program disaster in all of history. Just take a look at this video.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
Solid rocket boosters kicking in.
25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Challenger going into its roll. That's planned.
Good roll
Watch it
program
spiral
confirmed.
away from Pad 39B, the
Challenger
first
heading
use of Pad
downrange.
39B since the old Apollo days and the Skylab missions. It's chilly in Florida. Icicles formed on the pad overnight. NASA
Engines
engineers
getting
are concerned
throttling down
that
now.
they might have broken
At
off during the
94%.
launch and affected
Normal
the
throttle,
fragile
most
heat
of the flight,
protection tiles
104%.
that protect the shuttle on its way back in during re-entry.
We'll throttle down to 65% shortly.
Don't know what the effect might be just yet. The astronauts will take a look later on during the mission.
Engines at 65%. 3 engines running normally. 3 good fuel cells. 3 good APUs.
APUs, the auxiliary power
Velocity
units.
2,257 feet per second. Altitude 4.3 nautical miles. Downrange distance 3 nautical miles.
It's always amazing to hear how quickly the shuttle moves. It's already more than 4 miles downwind as we just
Engines
heard.
throttling up. 3 engines now at 104%.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
Roger, go throttle up.
The shuttle mission will launch, my God,
1 minute 15
There's been an
seconds.
explosion.
Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
this is not standard. This is not something that is planned, of course. I can see a solid rocket booster has broken away from Shuttle Challenger. That's what you're looking at in the middle of your screen. I cannot see the shuttle itself.
So that about wraps it up for today's top 5. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more daily top 5s. And if you guys have any suggestions for what the next top 5 should be sure to leave down in the comments below. And if you guys have a different list as well, be sure to also leave them down in the comments explaining what your list is. But with that said, guys, I'll catch you guys later.